Hi, it's Darin Butcher here for Darin's Desk and a Wiseberry Heritage Update, and let's talk about what's happening in the world and also a little bit about what's happening in real estate. Well, just wanted to give you an update, and I was watching the news this morning and watching what a week, what a month it was. We're talking about lockdowns in Victoria now. They're talking about New South Wales potentially going there, and I'm starting to look at it as an overview and thought everyone's going to be looking at this as a negative, but I want to look at it as a positive. So let's start to zig when everyone else zags. And some of the positives that have come forward now, I wrote them down. Number one, the freedom of being Australian, and what a luxury we've got. We've got the choice of being able to choose where we live and how we live it, and that's beautiful. Number two, the financial environment, and we aren't in a depression. You know, things are tougher, there's no question about it, but we're financially going well, and the government certainly is doing their bit to help out as well. Three, while hearts are hurting and the local businesses and businesses around Australia are actually, some of them are closing, we've got to look at it and go, you know what? Everything has a challenge. We're lucky enough to actually have a business, and people are lucky enough to have a business. And in Australia, we get a choice to have a business, and that's a lucky thing. So when one door shuts, another opportunity will present, and we're hoping that those people, those lives and those families do get that actually opportunity. Four, the beauty of our area, and there's no question that on the Central Coast, it's a beautiful area. Hashtag proud to be a coastie, and we certainly are proud to be a coastie. Five, lovers not fighters, and one of the biggest things that you'll see is the world is, in some areas, has gone into violence, and you know, they're fighting against, whether it be a political system or religion, or whether it be against the authorities. And in Australia, we've decided we're going to be lovers and not fighters, and that's what I'm very proud of being Australian, and very proud of being in this community, which is great. Six, the internet. Now, love it or hate it, but the internet is something that is absolutely fantastic, that's brought the world closer. What it also has done is, during COVID times and lockdown times and other times, it's brought people closer together. And I've got to be grateful, and I think we all have to be grateful and respect the fact of that one little invention has made such a difference to us all. Seven, we respect our elderly, and we should respect our elderly. Where we've come from and where we're going to is all on the presence of what we do for our elderly. So as we go into this next phase, if it does happen to happen, then we need to, and even if it doesn't, we need to respect our elderly. We need to understand that they've set the foundations, and fantastic foundations, of what Australia is and who we are. And for that, I'm entirely grateful, and I think the whole community is grateful. So instead of looking at some of the negatives that might come up with these next events that happen, whether they do or whether they don't, let's look at why we're proud of being where we are, and let's look at the positive reasons that we're here. Now, on to real estate, and I know that everyone probably says get on with it and talk about real estate. So business as usual, and this month has been fantastic. The month before, even better. It's been a phenomenal time, and whilst people talk about, and it looked like we were coming out of the COVID stage and it might go back into another phase, during COVID, it was exciting times. Now, in the month of June, we did 49 sales for the Wiseberry Heritage Group, and 29 from our Tumby Berkeleyvale Wiseberry office. So in real terms, that's a whole lot of sales on the Central Coast that are actually happening. And if you need help in buying or selling, or even leasing your property, then through the tougher times, we're certainly agents to be using. Through COVID itself, we were averaging 40 leased properties a month. So if you're a landlord and you think you're going to have a vacancy, there's no better team than us to be with, and we're happy to help out. Now, the potential threat of the lockdown and all the rest of it might have some people scared, but we've got great protocols in place, and it's very much about community safety, and it's very much about our team safety. So as things might happen, then don't panic too much. The Wiseberry Heritage Group have you covered, and we'd love to help you out. Do I think that the market's going to crash? Is it going to fall? All the rest of it? No. Interest rates have never been cheaper. It's a fantastic time to buy real estate. People from Sydney want to get to the coast for the lifestyle that's there. All these things point in the right direction, and last time, if it wasn't going to change the environment, in fact it increased, then I think this time's going to be looking the same. Where else do you put your money? Do you put it into stocks, up and down yo-yo? Do you put it into the bank where you're getting no interest? I think you'll find bricks and mortar a great, safe place, and the Central Coast is a fantastic place to buy, sell and lease. So we did have somebody say to us today, well, our tenants may lose their jobs. So we just want to clarify that. During the whole of COVID, we actually seen 0.8%. That is less than one person in 100 people moving property at that time from their current location from our portfolio. So I can tell you that what people did look for was security and comfort, and they were happy to pay their rent because they wanted to have that security and comfort. I see it no different in where we're at the moment, and I see the future no different as well. Yes, there may be some people that may lose their jobs, but there is incentives in place to be able to help people out if that does take place. What I know is history does repeat itself sometimes, and there's a pattern that's formed by our Wiseberry Heritage Group. I'm sure you're going to be excited if we're working on your behalf. If you're not, you're probably going to be a bit disappointed, but you should come over and see how we do it and what we actually do. So basically, on a whole, I also just want to say a big thank you. So I just want to talk quickly on awards, and I know this might bore some people that we've got award nominations again, but it does prove time, trust and transparency that our Wiseberry Heritage Group have got. And a huge congratulations to our wonderful team who have been nominated for the following finalists. Central Coast Small Business, a Business of the Year for real estate, and that's yet to be announced. We've got REI New South Wales, which is the Real Estate Institute of New South Wales, Property Management of the Year, and that's still yet to be announced. And we've got REI Operational Leadership, which is yet to be announced. We also were nominated for the REB, and we were finalists of these awards of Regional Property Manager. They're fantastic nominations, but what it does mean, and we don't take these achievements lightly, is that we're actually trying to do what we say we're going to do. We're going to be different in the way that we care, and that we treat every customer and every client like they're individual and that they're special. And on behalf of us, we'd like to say thank you to the local community for all the effort and all the work that they've put in, and time and the trust that they put into us. We're very grateful, and thank you very much. That's a bit of a wrap on Darin's desk. That's a little bit of a wrap on the real estate market, the local community, my take on things. Listen, there can be sunshine or there can be rainbows. Sometimes there can't be rainbows without rain though, so remember that and understand that we're here for you. Wiseberry Heritage Group. I'm Darin Butcher from Wiseberry Heritage Real Estate, signing out.